Hey, what's up? I'm Dave Boyer, aka Mr. Boyer, aka the Swamp Man. Hiking the Alkali Flats Trail. Just getting started, and yet the daughters are already saying they want to be done. White Sands National Park. Whew, incredible. I'll fill you in as we go.
Hello. Say hi. Hi.
You ready to hike?
Yes.
Let's do it. Alkali Flat Trail, not flat, but incredible, and just incredible. Oh, the sand dunes are tough going up. Gets your heart pumping. I'm gonna keep moving. It's awesome. We're a little past a mile up the trail, doing well so far, loving it. We went to Great Sand Dunes National Park in Colorado, and that was beautiful, but this is so different. Like, it's really cool to have the contrast of those two parks that are similar in their construction with sand dunes, but Just so different too.
Can I show them my...
Yeah, we got a junior ranger here. What have you been finding? We've seen bleached earless lizards. We've seen darkling beetles. We've seen the loggerhead shrike, the barn swallow. Abby says she saw a snake when we were driving. Yeah, we're finding things. This is cool. So, you know, such a unique feature, like, how did this come about? But it's a long story of geology, you know, going back hundreds of millions of years. Not these sand dunes themselves, just like the processes that led to them. But before Pangea, you know, a lot of this area was a sea. So you've got a lot of aquatic organisms and features. Well, then, you know, continents shift, and no longer is this anywhere close to the ocean. But at last was a lake here, and the mountains around this, the Organ Mountains, and then the other range, I can't remember its name, but it's right over those dunes over there. Those mountains are full of gypsum rock, and gypsum rock, as it gets rained on, it breaks down into some smaller crystals. Then they get washed down into this basin, the Tulaluso Basin or something like that. So all these crystals just keep kind of getting washed down in here, and then they're trapped in this bowl because it's kind of surrounded by mountains. And then they get broken down into finer and finer particles, the wind blowing across here. We've had, you know, some gusts of some pretty good winds, which feels great on a really warm day like this. But those winds just kind of toss around these crystals and break them into even smaller pieces and create these sand dunes. The sand dunes, like we're seeing and walking on, been around for less than 10,000 years, which obviously is a long time, but when you're talking about a story of millions of years to get this place to form, it's pretty unique. But
And very tiring.
tiring. Yeah, we're about to head up another one of these. I mean, they're not big, they're only like maybe 20 vertical feet. But super loose and soft sand. You kind of like take a step forward and slide down, and yeah, it's pretty tiring, but really cool.
And this hike is 5 hours.
5 miles.
5 miles.
2/3 of the way through the Alkali Flat Trail. Got a couple tired girls. They're troopers, man. They've been fighting through it. They might complain, but they're fighting through it. We've come down some really steep sand dunes, and it's like you take a step and your sand goes up to about your knee. Shoes fill up. So we've stopped to dump out sand from our shoes a few times. Abby and Belle are saying they don't like this trail because it's too long, too hard. But I think they're building memories. I think they're getting stronger. I think they're setting themselves up to keep doing some of these amazing adventures with our family. At least that's what I hope, because I'm loving this. I mean, gorgeous day, gorgeous place, amazing. Like, I love the challenge mixed in with the beauty and the uniqueness, the shadows that the dunes create. Yeah, it's just really beautiful. Obviously, hydrating is key on this trail. 5 miles, no shade, no place to sit and rest. You know, daughters keep wanting to sit down in the sand, and they have, but you know, I'm not really that interested in sitting down and getting sand everywhere. So I'm just kind of pushing them, fighting through this. Signs at the entrance say this is a dangerous trail when the temperatures are above 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And when we pulled in, it was about 82. But the breeze, I mean, it feels great. Like, I'm not super hot and sweaty from this. Keep coming up on all the orange markers. So beautiful. At the top of the last sand dune, we got our first look at our car, so we're getting pretty excited. We're getting close. I'm not saying that my 6 and 5-year-old daughters are like the strongest in the world or anything, but you know, I'm super proud of them. You know, how many kids their age are hiking 5-mile trails up really difficult sand dunes, and yeah, complaining, not always loving it, but successful. Not sure why Abby's carrying her backpack like that, but she looks like she's kind of on her last ounce of energy, and yet she's been running up and down the dune, so I don't think that's really the case. But whew. Just over there is our vehicle. I assume the trail kind of snakes around. We're heading up a little bit forward still. You can imagine on a really clear day, being framed by these mountains all around. Just be incredible. Not that this isn't, but got a little bit of haze on the horizon. Definitely doesn't give you quite the mountain views. Those mountains were pushed upwards about between 70 and 30 million years ago, along with the Colorado Plateau. A period of uplifting created all these mountain ranges and made the conditions for trapping in all of this gypsum sand. Really incredible. How you doing, Abby? Almost made it though. Almost 5 miles on the Alkali Flat Trail. Whew. We started in late afternoon. It was almost 3 o'clock. Not necessarily the ideal time to start this trail. It is April, so that helps, but you know, most people would probably say you want to start early in the morning, but we want to be here and do a little sunset, so hopefully I'll be able to share that. I think that's it. I think that's our hike on the Alkali Flat Trail. It's awesome to be able to share with you, tell you that science rocks. Peace.